All right, time for another voice chat. This time with Jota from Signum, Regis and Capella. So we're gonna find Jota and make sure that he joins us. There you go. There he is. Now we just have to await.
Hello.
Hey!
Let me see if I can let this. Oh no, I can't do this. Okay. Because I don't know. I think it's a genius that make my cell phone, which put the the plug.
Yeah.
On the bottom of my cell phone, so I had to hold in my hand.
I can't show you, but I have like this homemade solution that's not very safe. But I
Like-
balance
Like this.
No, it's even worse. I balance
Oh, yeah.
the phone on the cord. So
Oh, but here we are, right?
Yeah.
Finally, after a couple of years, finally we are talking. I mean, in this kind of
Yeah.
chat live.
yeah, yes. And then first time we talk like this, we do it live. That's in front of other
Yes,
people.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
we actually that might be interesting for one or two people out there, but we got to know each other. What can it be? 2017, 18?
Yes, I think.
When
When
did you join Signum Regis?
I don't have a good memory, but I think I joined Signum Regis by the end of 17.
Yeah.
I think something like that. I think so. I think it was in 17. If Ronnie was there, is here, he can say better than me. But I think it's 17.
Because when I check, I actually check now. I can see that Mayo was he's listed like, so he quit the band in 2018.
Yeah. So maybe it wasn't. No.
Ronnie
I don't know.
Ronnie will have to correct us and write in the comments.
Yes, for sure. Oh, but it's a pleasure, bro. It's a real pleasure to be here talking with you. Thanks a lot for your invitation. It's really nice, man.
Thank you for joining me. So we're going to talk about singing, but I guess it will be hard to discuss this without talking about this band and this album.
Of course.
Because I remember I had some contact with Ronnie before you joined the band, and he was like awfully quiet after he assigned me to be a guest for the album. He was awfully quiet for a while, and then he wrote me and said, "Well, David, things will be delayed a bit more because we have a new singer, but would you like to hear him?" And they sent I don't remember which song, but they sent oh wait, if I check,
It was a Signum Regis song or a cover song.
Yes, it was a Signum Regis. I think it was a memory. I think it was no wait.
Never Surrender.
Never Surrender. I think that was the first one.
That was the first song I recorded from this album.
Yeah.
It was the first song. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I was like, oh, holy shit.
No. Oh, man. Thank you.
So I was instantly very impressed. And to everyone who is watching this, me and perhaps Ronnie, are maybe the ones who have been listening the closest to your voice.
Yes, totally, for sure. That's for sure.
Because I did the backing vocals for this Signum Regis album. So I got, for each song, I got the music background and your lead vocals. And that's also a brave thing, because we all know that isolated vocal tracks, you know, when you listen to them, sometimes it's not very flattering. But I remember I was sitting and listening, and it was like, holy shit, this is good, because and I was really amazed.
I'm back. Sorry, things the internet just breaks down. Can you repeat?
Yeah. Because you know,
I'm back. Now you're back.
Yeah, because you know that, like, when you and for every song I had the background music and your lead vocals as an isolated track, and that's kind of brave, because we all know that isolated vocal tracks, sometimes when you listen to them, it's not super flattering.
Sounds like shit. I'm sorry.
So, but I remember when I heard that, it was like, wow. And I mean, you had the thing I was impressed with was that the musicality of it, because you had and the closeness to the lyrics, because you had a very varied vocals.
I see.
Like from very soft, from the highest mountain,
like those falsettos and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and then the super powerful, like Bruce Dickinson yelling, and then the super harsh, like almost, and the
gross.
Yeah, growling, and then the kids kind of high pitched. So, and of course Andre Matos, that I know is a hero. So I could hear all of that, and I was like, this will be a great album. So I would advise everyone, not just because of the vocals, of course, but
of course,
check this album out.
Yeah, man, this is something that I try to do with every song that I record. I read the lyrics. I always try to extract, you know, the feeling, what the author was trying to say with the lyrics, you know, and I just try to translate with my voice all the time. So I like to be emotional, you know, when I'm singing. I like to be always emotional in each part, you know, each part where I sing.
But do you like read the lyrics like a poem? I mean.
Yes. I like to know the real meaning of the lyrics, you know.
Yeah.
What the guy who wrote the lyric, wherever, however he was, what it really mean with that lyrics. So I try to translate to my voice in each part, you know, each part. I read the verse. Oh, he wanted to say this. So I go to a ground. I go to a falsetto. I go to high notes. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of an improvisation, I guess, but I don't know, man. I always try to extract the feeling.
Yeah.
The better I know.
So that, and I mean, that takes, I guess, some experience in singing, because it's not something that just anyone can do. I mean, anyone can make sounds and talk and whatever, but I mean, you need to be able to imagine it and then reproduce and sing a lot of, because if you have to know your voice very well. You have to know what you have to know
your body, what's going on inside you. You know, yes, this is really important for any singer, right?
Yeah.
You have to know your body. You know,
your
muscles, what's going on inside you. You know.
And also, I mean, your know your limitations and your strengths.
Totally.
I mean, because we need to know that, okay, when I do this, it sounds really good. When I do this, it's not as good. So I mean, you need to know that, okay, for this part, I can do this because I know how to do it and I know how it sounds. And that's kind of what I mean with experience, because you need to know your voice and know how it sounds.
So, yes, totally.
But I mean, you have been singing for quite a long time.
Yes, maybe 25 years, maybe something like that.
You're old.
No, yeah, maybe. Yes, I think so. I'm 37, man. Not that old, but
no, I'm kidding. I'm older than
I started when I was a kid. You know,
yeah.
I started to sing a little late, but like I think it was 1999, I started to really sing, because I started in music playing guitar.
Yeah.
Then I quit the guitar because I didn't play so well, you know. And I started to sing, and I thought that I was better as singer than I was as a guitarist. So I think it was the best choice I made in my life.
Yes. I've never actually heard you play guitar, but I know that you play very well, or that you sing very well. But this must have been
like you.
I'm a mediocre guitar player. I'm a decent piano player and a mediocre guitar player. But this must have been back in Brazil, where you started out playing the guitar.
Sorry, can you repeat, because the internet is failing?
Sorry. I mean, it must have been back when you lived in Brazil, when you were a kid, when you started.
It's failing, man. I can't hear your question. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah,
again.
Do you hear me now? Do you hear me better now?
Yeah. It's failing a lot. The audio is failing a lot, but it's something to do with Brazil, right?
Yeah. I mean, this was back when you lived in Brazil.
Oh yes. That was when I was living in Brazil. Yeah.
So you started.
Just moved to Portugal in 2016.
All right. So you lived like almost your entire life in Brazil. Yes.
I moved to Portugal to do this, you know, to find a band, to find a metal band, because, you know, in Brazil you have a very limited metal market for metal bands.
Yeah.
You have a lot of great bands, a lot of amazing musicians, but you don't have a good market. You know, you can't live, you know, playing heavy metal there. No, I know that we can't live playing heavy metal anywhere, but it's worse in Brazil, for sure. It's worse in Brazil.
Yeah.
In this case, it's worse in Brazil.
Because you need to be Sepultura or Angra.
Yes, you need to join one of those two bands.
Yeah. I really long for visiting Brazil, and I'm Titio David, because I have two little guys here, because my brother-in-law is from Natal. Yeah. So my the oldest one, my oldest nephew, he has promised to take his Titio David to Brazil someday. So one day I will go there.
No, I'm sure you'll like, because it's a great country. It's a really beautiful place to visit. You know, of course we are passing through difficult times right now, not only because of the pandemic, but because of the political stuff and all that shit. You know. Yeah. But it's a great country, man. Of course, I'm not talking this because it's my country, because, you know, I'm not those kind of patriot guy, but it's a beautiful place, man. It's a beautiful place. We have a very happy people, you know, out there. It's really cool. I think you will love for sure.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. It's a beautiful country.
So I'm more looking forward to the capoeira parties and the barbecues.
Yeah, barbecues is great, man. The best barbecue in the world, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, when you grew up and when you started to sing and play the guitar, where did you do that? Was it like with friends or just in a school, or did you have any music teachers or?
I started because my sister, my older sister, knew how to play maybe 2-3 chords on the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And she had this acoustic guitar in home, so I got interested by the guitar. So I got the guitar and I felt really comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And then this feeling started to grow up inside me, you know. Then I had a brother-in-law at the time back then, and he was a great bassist player, you know.
Yeah.
Really awesome, amazing bassist player. And then he taught me something, so that was the beginning. So it was like love in the first sight, you know.
Yeah. and then somewhere along the road, you realized that you weren't that good a guitar player. And how do you remember when someone started to tell you that you should try to sing instead, or did you think of it?
So that was, it's a kind of funny story behind it, because I had a power metal band back then in 1998, 1997, 1998, something like that.
Yeah.
And we played power metal, you know, higher notes, all those stuff, those kind of things, you know. Yeah. And we just couldn't find a singer.
Yeah.
We tried maybe 1, 2, 3 years. So I started to sing in the rehearsals, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then one rehearsal, I thought, well, I can't play very well, but I think I can sing this. So let's try, you know, to shift instrument. But it was kind of simple, you know.
Yeah. But did you play your own songs, or was it like, I mean, if this was in 98, 99, did you play like Sonata Arctica? Or did you play?
We played, not Sonata, but we played a lot of Stratovarius, a lot of Halloween, of course. Yeah. Halloween is my favorite band. Yeah. My all-out favorite band. A lot of Iron Maiden. Yeah. A lot of Edguy, Avantasia, no, but Edguy, yes. Yeah. Avantasia. Oh, it's my friend here. Hey, Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson. And a bit, everyone, if you have any questions or anything to say, just drop it in the comments, and if we see it, we will answer it. So whenever we see something, so you started out singing. I mean, going to sing Halloween and those kind of stuff as your first songs to sing. That's
yes, yeah. Not really, because I already sang in other bands, but not that much. I was not the lead singer. Yeah. I only sang a couple of songs, you know, on the set list. But when I really became a singer, it was I started to sing Halloween, Iron Maiden, and all that stuff. It was my first, but I didn't sing it well, of course. I needed to learn, you know, with the time.
But one thing that came to mind now is that you sang just because you didn't have a singer for the band, so you didn't really. Yes. You didn't really, you know, think of yourself as a singer, perhaps.
No, not at the time.
And maybe that made you? I mean, I guess you weren't really nervous about singing because you weren't a singer.
Not so much because when you are younger, at least for me, you don't think too much, about failing,
No.
you just let things go,
Yeah.
I just let it go. So.
And I guess that's because if you have that sensation that, well, just go ahead, and you're not, very tight and nervous and stressed about it. I mean, then, and you do it for a couple of years, like you said, you were searching for a thing. I guess that's your base to stand on. Like you've already failed a million times, so you learn. You learn how to do it.
The audio is failing again. I don't know if you asked me about if I failed some.
Yeah, I was assuming that during those years, like you didn't care about failing. You just did it many times, and you sing the song again and again and again, and
yes,
and that's kind of the way to do it, because you need to practice a lot, and that's the boring part about singing. And I guess you did so many hours of rehearsal.
Yes.
And I mean,
yes.
So that's like your base to stand on, because you've already failed a million times and learned how to be better.
Yes, man. This is something that I do constantly.
Yeah.
I have my daily training practice since I became a singer.
Yeah.
I do this almost every day, at least 3, 4, 5 hours per day, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, 4 days per week, maybe. And I think this is very, especially for singers, and of course, that when you are a singer, you have to be confident, because when you are nervous, when all your muscles contract, you have the contracting your muscles, and it started to be tough to sing,
Yeah.
So you have to be confident. I've been, sorry.
Yeah, I
Hello.
do.
Hello. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
It's failing a lot for me, man. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Just go ahead, because I hear you all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, like you say, the confidence and I mean, both real confidence and a little bit of diva, knowing that you sound pretty good, and you need to like your own vocals, enjoy your own vocals, because if you don't like your own vocals, then you can't expect anyone else to do it.
Yes. That's. But this is something that I have to admit that I don't like the sound of my voice that much. I like the stuff I do. I like,
Yeah.
I like the screen. But I don't like the color of my voice so much. It's something that I have to admit, I have to be honest about.
Because I mean, you have a lot of good qualities in your voice, but would that be the sound of the voice? Would that be the thing that you would? Because I thought about, I have different questions, and one of them is what you like the least about your voice. What would you like to improve, or what don't you like about your voice?
I think I don't like the color. The natural color of my voice is something that I don't know, man. I just don't like that much, as I should do.
Yeah.
But for me, it's something common. It's a common thing. Yeah. I know a lot of singers that I actually don't like his own color. I tried sometimes to modulate, but of course you have to accept your voice, especially because there are people who like your voice, you know,
Yeah.
who follow you just because of your voice. But there are one thing that I always follow is to I always try to be original when I'm singing. It's not something that I can't do all the time, but I always try to be original. That's the thing, you know.
Yeah. And I think, you know, if we talk about, you know, things we like or don't like, I think that's the thing I like the least about my voice, the being unoriginal, having a pretty, I mean, I have that kind of voice that really doesn't stand out. If there's a lot of people singing, and I think that's because I've sing in a lot of choirs, because you learn to blend in.
I see. I don't agree with that. I think you have a really original voice. For it's not demagogy, please. It's real. I don't think you have an original voice. I think you have your own voice. When I listen to you, I know that's you, and that's a good thing. At least for me, I know your voice. But I think you have your own great voice, man. You are a great singer. It is an inspiration for me, that's for sure. Since the beginning, I really respect what you do.
Thank you very much. And that we get very nice comments here too, from Joanna.
Joanna.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ciao.
She's a great singer, by the way.
Great. I noticed that very often there are many singers in the comments, and that makes me really happy. And if anyone has a question or something, just throw them in there, and we'll see if we can answer them. But what do you like the most about your voice? If you were to show off, if you are, I don't know, if we're at a party or whatever, if you were to show off.
What I like the most of my voice is the versatility. The versatility of my voice, I think it's what I like the most of my voice. I can do a lot of things right now. You know, I can do high notes, I can do low notes, I can do growling. You know, this is something that I like. I'm always every day. I'm studying. I'm rehearsing every day. I'm practicing every day. This is something that I always search for, you know.
Yeah.
Is versatility. You know? Because I like to be not only a metal singer. I like to be a singer who also, you know, sing metal and rock stuff. You know?
Yeah. But I mean, if you were to show off, if you were to sing a song, like, you know, I don't know, if you get a little bit drunk and you're at a karaoke bar and they come into you, come on, sing a song, what would you sing?
Ooh, which song?
Yeah, or I don't know, or what band, or I don't know, whatever.
Oh man, this is a tough question. It's a very, very tough question, but probably something from Halloween, maybe, because or something from Nangra, because those two bands, I think, have. I'm a little bit closer to those bands, you know, because I listened to them since I was a child.
Yeah.
Or maybe something from Halloween or Nangra.
Yeah. We actually.
I would try to sing, of course, because if I were drunk,
yeah,
I would try to sing, of course.
Yeah. But do you have a sensitive voice for that kind of thing? You know, air conditioning, being drunk, or, you know, people smoking and stuff like that.
Yes, especially with alcohol, I have a very, very sensitive voice. Yeah. I can't handle with that. Alcohol, cigarette smoke, and stuff like that. It's destroyed my voice. I have a bad time in early 2000s
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot before the concerts.
Yeah.
That was something that destroyed my voice. So I had a very bad time back then.
Yeah. And that's a bit unfair because, you know, there are singers who can drink, smoke, never sleep, party, and never practice, and they sound amazing.
Yes.
Smoke like bastards, you know.
Yes.
We all know a singer in a Brazilian band, Fabio. He smokes like a pack a day.
Yeah. I remember that back in 90s, Andy Darius used to you know to hit the stage smoking and singing and smoking at the same time. that was crazy. That was really crazy.
Yeah, I think so we got a question here from Laura, a friend of mine.
Laura.
Yeah. And she asks about the singers who inspired us and the best metal singers. And I guess we since we mentioned Fabio, I mean Fabio Leone, Italian singer who also sings in Angra, Brazilian metal band, and it's not only because he is able to smoke and sing all day, but I mean that guy he has been an inspiration for many metal singers since like the beginning of the 2000s and late 90s, in the power metal genre. And to me, he is like just an unstoppable force.
Yes, he can sing. He can sing like he was, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And it's so powerful and so big. Yeah. And even when he goes up and when he does the transition, when he goes all those kind of stuff, it's so big.
It's crazy because he has his chesty voice is really powerful.
Yeah.
Right? All the time.
Yeah, and for me, if I do the I don't want out, live life. If you do that, you have to narrow it a bit and do it a bit like it. But he is like, it's so big.
It's all open. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but he never do those mixed voices. He's always, at least for me, always sounds chesty voice all the time.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't really know, or if he's just so good at hiding it, sound-wise. But he's a bit like Bruce Dickinson in that regard, because Bruce, I mean, some of the stuff he does, I mean, it has to be some kind of mixed or falsetto kind of voice, but it sounds...
It sounds all of always.
I mean, run for your life. I need to narrow it, and he's like, I don't even know if I can show it. Run for, the big sound,
it's loud, right?
Yeah,
it has this loud.
Loud, yeah. But those are two. I mean, I probably Andre Matos would be one of your I'm just guessing, but
huge inspiration.
Yeah.
Huge inspiration. In metal, I have more huge inspirations, which is Bruce Dickinson, Andre Matos, and Michael Kiske and Andy Darius. Those four is, those are my big four singers.
The big four.
Of course, in metal. I have a lot of others inspirations like Freddie Mercury, Michael Jackson. I don't know. There's a lot of singers that I got inspired.
Yeah. Do you have any more unknown Brazilian singers?
Yes. There was a singer who passed away last year. Last year? I think it was last year. It was Mario Linhares from Dark Avenger. which was a awesome singer, really awesome singer.
Yeah.
And there is Lidio Neto, which is the new shaman singer. You know,
Yeah.
he replaced in shaman.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Brazilian singers of all time.
Yeah.
That's for sure. He's really great singer.
Yeah. And one I have to mention, since you mentioned Freddie Mercury, I also have to mention Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert is woman. I can, of course, although, but it's metal singer. But I think Adam Lambert is one of the best singers, you know, of all time. He's really amazing. He's out of this world.
Yeah,
he's out of this world. It's crazy.
I saw Queen with Adam Lambert at a festival, and I don't know if you're the same, but you know, when you watch a band, you always have something in the back of your head, you know, analyzing the vocals and the vocals.
Yes, totally.
And it's part of our job. We have to do it because we have to listen. We also watch. We need to watch how they move on stage and you know all that. But but still, you need to enjoy it. But I watched him for like 2 hours singing all those amazing songs and very hard songs, and I couldn't hear a single second where he wasn't amazing.
Yes, totally.
And you know, on an enormous stage, filling the shoes of Freddie Mercury, just walking around, being super cool, singing like a monster.
Totally. Not only the voice, but the body moves and everything. He's perfect. He's absolutely perfect.
High heels, like space suits, face, you know, sing.
Yeah,
I know. So I would, even if it's not a metal singer, I would put him very high.
Yeah, totally. I don't remember to watch any video from him singing bad, you know.
No.
Singing something wrong or even overtune something. I don't know. It's always perfect. 100% perfect. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is really crazy.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
So, but you like that. You mentioned that you practice a lot every day. How would you say? How does a normal practice session look for you?
You mean what I do in my practice session?
Yeah. When you have had your breakfast, when you're finished, when it's time to practice. Like what do you do?
Yes, I started with some vocalizers, as always, you know, to warm up, and then I go directed to sing a lot of kind of songs. I just sang. I sang for 3-4 hours, maybe sometimes, you know. I do an hour warming up, 1 hour, and I just sing a lot of different kind of songs.
Yeah.
I sing thrash songs, I sing power metal songs, I sing pop songs, soul music songs, reggae songs, everything. It's like a karaoke every day. You know, I just have my cup of water here.
Yeah.
Put my microphone here and started to sing. You know, that's my daily practice.
I'd love to hear your
studying when I'm not studying something specifically, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes today I'm gonna study some speech level singing technique, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I do
with the lip rolls.
Yeah. All those cut follows.
I think that's the exercise I've done the most in my entire life. And you know, when you've done that, I don't know how many hours I've done that.
That's the stuff I like to do because I'm always having fun while I'm singing.
Yeah.
You know, always having fun. Sometimes I'm here singing, you know, in my practice,
Yeah.
daily practice, and I get myself like doing, you know, faces, you know, having fun like if I was in a real stage, you know, actually
Yeah.
in the stage, something like that. It's always really fun to do. It's something really fun to do.
I'm really looking forward to your own live stream where you sing Michael Jackson songs for an hour.
Yeah. I'm preparing something in this regard. I think I think we will have a live session soon.
Yeah.
I have a good camera for that. You know, I got my mic, so
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon.
I'm really looking forward to that. But when did you have your biggest like aha moment in practicing, or you know, learning to sing, or learning? When was the last time you like understood something or learned something new that changed?
I think it was because when I started to sing heavy metal, melodic heavy metal, you know, power metal and something like that, I didn't master the mixed voice.
Yeah.
And when I found out how to mix it, how to mix my voice with my chest, and I easily could hit those notes, those high notes. That was my aha time.
Yeah.
You know? When I realized that it was actually something easy to do, you know.
Yeah, because that's one of those things I guess in life that, you know, when you learn it, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, you know, when I have students and things like that, you know, I get frustrated because, you know, it's something that you know how to do, and I can explain and I can show. But when you know it, once it's clicked, you know.
Yes, totally.
It's very easy. I don't know, like riding a bike, you know, like, oh, that's how you do it.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it still need maintenance. You still need to, you know, practice it. But it's like, when you go from like, live my life, and then, you know, live my life.
Yes. When you really realize that you don't need to scream to sing high notes.
Yeah, well, you know, you can.
Yeah.
You know, it's not it's not hard.
That's the best feeling. That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
A singer could have.
Yeah. And
when you realize that you really can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's the best thing. The best feeling.
Like you said, where you don't have to scream. That's like one of the most common problems, I guess. You know, you try to hit those high notes, and you think that if you only force it,
yes,
that's the only way. And I mean, the capoeira thing, I'm 100% sure that, you know, if you're going to learn how to do a backflip, you don't have to force. I mean, you have to be loose. You have to be, you know.
It's contrary, right?
Yes.
You have to be always relaxed. You know.
Yeah.
You have to be always. You have to be always relaxed. That's something that I think speech level singing helped me a lot.
Yeah.
You know, to do, because in some songs, like in the Capella songs, Higher, I sing really high notes.
Yeah.
It's pretty high notes. So I need to be relaxed while I sing that song, you know.
Gonna see if I find it here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
and you
that's
have
the basis. That's the basis fault because this song was a half tune down, you know.
yeah.
But he wanted a little bit higher.
Yeah. Higher.
Higher. Yeah.
But I guess also that's a thing because now, I mean, you have carved your way into this scene that we have, and the power speed metal kind of scene. I mean, it's not an enormous scene. You know, people know each other, and many people know about each other. So I guess in a way, you have, like you said before, people expect you to sound in a certain way, and
yes.
If they have, like, I don't know, did you know the Capella guys before? I mean, you're a bunch of Brazilians living in Portugal.
So,
yeah, did you know the Capella guys before?
Oh, now I listen. Yeah, no. I met all of them here in Portugal last year. It was really crazy. It was something out of the blue thing, you know.
But I mean, you're all Brazilians, and you all live in Portugal.
Yes. We are all Brazilians. Yeah.
So I mean, they probably heard some of the recordings and things you did. So they have, I'm guessing, but I guess they have like a picture of this is how Jota sounds, and this is in a way.
Dude, Capella was really something out of the blue because I knew the drummer.
Yeah.
And you wanted to have a band together. We wanted to play in bars, you know, really soft songs. Then he knows the guitarist Zaza André Hernandez, which plays with André Matos, and then out of the blue we said, "Oh, let's do a new band."
Yeah,
it was something like that, you know. And then the drummer knew the other two guys, Gabriel and Pablo, you know, and it was like this, simple like that. And then we have, I remember that we have a meeting, and 2 days later, Gabriel came out with the first song, which was Falling Nations, which you recorded with us.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
It was really, Capella was something really crazy, man, really. Out of the blue.
But I mean, did they have like ideas like, okay, Jota, we would like you to sing like this, or do like the, or did you have an idea? I want to do something different, or was it just like you described, just singing?
Man, I honestly don't think too much about how I want to sound. Yeah. I think it depends on the song, you know.
Yeah.
It depends on the song. Sometimes I listen to a song, I listen to an instrumental demo, for example, that Ronnie sent. You know. Sometimes I go for clean voices, you know. Sometimes I go to more crispy voice. It depends on the song. It really depends on the song. Really depends on the song.
Because I mean, I have to mention Ronnie a little bit. Ronnie is the bass player and the band leader of Signum Regis, and he is like a machine in some.
Totally.
He has so much control, in a good way, and I say this with all the love and respect that I have. I really respect his work ethic, because he is so systematic. But I mean, he also has I noticed, because he also had both a musical vision, but a vision for the band and stuff. But did you ever get in a conflict, like, no, this needs to be softer or more aggressive, or, you know, or did
really few times?
Yeah.
Only just a group of times, but nothing serious. Never. No. We have a really good relationship. We get along since the first time, you know, and always respected what I suggest since I joined the band. So it's actually really easy to work with him.
Yes,
with all of them. They are they are really great. They are really great guys.
Yeah.
And I have a really full respect for all of them.
Yes, and I noticed that really early on too, like the professionalism and the vision, not only musically, but I mean for the band as a whole. But I sometimes get nervous about when you send your files, when you have recorded something and you press export and you upload it and you send it to the producer or the songwriter. So what I do sometimes now, I've started to work like this. Like I send, if I do, and especially if it's lead vocals, because some producers are very picky. They want, okay, change this.
Yes.
So I've started to do like this, that I send like 4 or 5 takes of the entire song, and I send it to them and say, you choose. Because I've started to get so, I don't know if it's when when you get older or whatever, because I start to get so nervous, picking. I don't know, do you feel that sometimes, picking your takes?
Yeah, sometimes. Yes. I feel this way as well. Yeah. Ronnie is very perfectionist guy on the production of the voice.
Yeah.
So I'm always recording and re-recording a song a lot of times.
Yeah.
He always want it to be perfect, and I learned that from him, I must say.
Yeah.
I became a more perfectionist guy like him because of him.
Yeah.
And but I think this is something good,
Yes.
Because when you are doing something professional, you have to do perfect,
Yes, and you had to set the standard, because if you start to lower it a little bit and then the next time a little bit, and then you
have to always lower the bar.
Yeah.
You have to always lower the bar.
Yeah. Because
song. You can say no. Please.
I forgot now. I forgot.
No, I forgot too. No, you have to, and that's exactly what we are doing on this new Signum Regis album.
Yeah.
We are all trying to load the bar,
Keeping it up.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got really good reviews on this on the
previous one,
The New World. Yeah, very good reviews on this one. So that also, I mean, because we're I don't know about you, but I'm always very, you're aware of the critics. You read the reviews online. I don't know if you do it, but I do it.
I do. Yes, I do.
And you want to read like, oh, David's really improved, or oh, this is even better than blah blah blah. That's the direction you want.
Especially in this case, because I had really a big shoes to fit when Miles leave the band.
Yeah.
And Signum Regis fans loves Miles, loves Miles. So it was a little bit hard, let's say,
Yeah, because it's not only him; it's also you have Göran Edman, my Swedish.
Yeah. And are great singers.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not only a great singer; he's also like a legend.
Yes, totally.
There are great singers, but there are also great singers who are legends.
Yes.
He sang with Yngve,
Yeah. and in totally, and my voice is absolutely different from both.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit scary at the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
But then, most of the fans received me a lot of, you know, or warmly a lot.
Yeah.
So that was it worked out, I guess. But in this next album, I think the bar was gonna be higher for sure.
I hope so.
Higher.
I really hope so. I mean, what was it? Higher. Take it higher.
Yeah.
What would you say is your worst vocal memory?
Worst vocal memory.
Or like when you screwed up, or you know, when you sang.
I screwed up a lot of times. Recently, very recently.
Yeah.
On the last Signum Regis concert,
Yeah.
I screwed it up, man.
No.
We had a show in Bratislava.
Yeah.
And I had serious problem in my monitors.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I sing a single song, you know, in tune, in that correct tune. Yes, it was awful, man. It was awful. And I knew that while I was singing, while I was on stage. That was the worst thing, you know.
Oh. But at least, did you look cool? Did you keep yourself?
Yeah. People didn't realize that at the moment, but I knew that was awful all the time.
What did you do afterwards?
Sorry?
What did you do after the show? How did you feel? What did you do? Did you...
I apologize for the guys. Oh, sorry, guys. I screwed up. sorry for that. They were really cool guys. No, come on, man. It was great. It was great. Oh, thanks. I love you. No, it was a great show. It was a nice show. But my performance was awful. That's the truth.
Oh.
But it was the monitoring fault.
Yeah.
I was hearing like 0%. You know, it was off. Yeah.
Do you also have like an amazing vocal memory?
Yes. I had some as well, but I played in the biggest stage in Brazil back in, let me remember, memory, 2008, which I sing quite well, but that stage is something like a secret place, you know?
Right.
I played there, you two played there, you know, Paul McCartney, AC/DC, Metallica, a lot of bands, you know, hit that stage, and that was a great moment in my career. The show was awesome, and the stage was, you know, something like you keep something like, oh man, I'm on this stage. Whoa, let me sing now.
Yeah. What
you feel like a real rock star.
Because you had you had a band called Before Eden and Fortress.
Fortress. Yes.
Fortress. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Fortress. Before Eden, it's a symphonic prog metal band.
Yeah.
And Fortress, it's kind of similar Capella, something a mix with from power metal with prog metal.
Yeah.
As well. You know,
yeah, I get some more like speed metal influences for Capella.
In Capella, yeah. It depends on the song, because we have, for example, we have for this first EP, which we're gonna release maybe in February, I guess, or March, I don't know. We have Falling Nations, which is a speedy song.
Yeah.
We have Higher, which is a power metal, melodic, classical power metal song.
Yeah.
But we have 3 songs. 2 of those songs are pretty unusual songs.
Yeah.
We have more Brazilian stuff in those songs, you know. We have a song which called Queen of the Lion. My memory is not good. Queen of the Lion.
Yeah.
Which we have something. I showed you something. We have a Brazilian rhythm, baião.
Yeah. Yes.
So we have something like that on this song. We have a ballad, you know, like more than words, you know.
Yeah.
With this kind of thing. Yeah. So there's a lot of different things.
I'd love to hear more of the Brazilian influences, because that's like one of the first Angra songs I heard was Hunters and Prey.
Yeah.
You know, when you get all it, you know, it was. I remember that I've never heard something like this before.
Yes.
But I mean, that was back when you had to buy an album to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes.
Because, and I didn't have any friends who showed me Angra or anything, but I remember just thinking that cover was really cool, and buying it because of that, and I'm from the day, you know, all that, you know, was like, yeah.
They do. Fast had a awesome voice back then. He is still a great singer, of course, but back then he was one of the best for sure. His voice is just beautiful, right? Especially in the low notes, in the low tones.
Yeah.
It's really great, man. It was a great feat at the time, back then, when Andrea left the band, you know.
Yeah.
He was the perfect fit for the band back then.
Yeah. Surely.
And Angra is a pioneer on this mix with Brazilian rhythms with metal. Of course, there was Sepultura too in 1994. They released. Yes, but before it, they released the Chaos 80. You know.
Yeah.
There was a song which what's the name of the song? But it was a really we have what's the name of the song? I don't remember, but it was a time a band really mixed, a metal band, of course, mixed Brazilian rhythm with metal. It was the first time, maybe. Then Angra came out with Angels Cry, which also has a lot of Brazilian stuff in of that, and yes, they were the pioneers with this kind of mix.
I always enjoy that, but both, you know, with I mean, there's a lot of Swedish bands who use like traditional Swedish music, or we have Miraf, who has the Oriental stuff, and you know, so I always enjoyed bands who take the kind of folk traditional stuff into the modern sound. I always enjoy that really much.
Yes, man. I always like when bands mix things. You know, I don't like to be limited. You know, in music, I don't like to be limited in music. I really like when the band experiment with music. You know. And of course, because metal are not so open-handed to listen different stuff, you know. But we always try to do something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, you can tell that on your voice, like that like you're curious, you want to try different stuff. But I came to think now when I did the Sepultura thing, I mean, we talked about the traditional singers like Bruce Dickinson and even, you know, Fabio and Kiske and all of those clean singers. But when it comes to the harsh vocals, who have you been listening to most doing harsh vocals?
You mean recently?
No, I mean, you know, when did you hear someone do that and go, oh, I'm gonna try that?
Oh man, there's some singers that I like very much, but I think the Gojira singer, I don't know his name, but
Yeah,
he's crazy good. I really like his voice.
yeah,
I listened. There's a singer that I listen a lot, which is Devin Townsend. He's absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite singers
yeah.
right now.
He's also one of those limitless singers. It seems
Yes,
like he's.
yes.
Uh,
Always to him. I always think, well, I can't do it right now, but I will.
yeah,
But I will. I always try to do what he does in that new song, you know. I'm always trying to do.
yeah,
But there's a lot of singers. There is a female singer from that new band, Ginger.
yeah,
She's a
yeah.
absolutely crazy good singer, you know.
She seems in a good way like a machine. She is.
Yeah.
It's like you built her voice in a computer.
Yeah, it's really perfect. It's almost like Adam Lambert,
Yeah.
female Adam Lambert. It's
Yes.
perfect all the time. She's really crazy.
I mean, for me, the harsh thing. I didn't really listen to that kind of music when I was growing up, but hey, yeah, the James Hetfield
Yeah.
rapiness was there, and then maybe later there was a lot of Phil Anselmo and Pantera. Uh,
Hmm. I
uh,
love Pantera.
yeah, I mean there's,
I love Pantera.
and then when I listened a lot to Pantera when I was a kid, and then it was like a break where I didn't do it when I listened to a lot of other stuff. But nowadays it's like it's only the redneck Texas super neck bearded South States cowboys who
Those kind of.
and I'm like, what? I love Pantera, but I'm not like them at all. I'm a
Yeah.
shy little Swedish guy. I love them anyways. I listen so much to Pantera, and now I realize that everyone who listens to Pantera now is like the super genty,
Super groovy stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't know if it happens with you, but with me, it's something like all the time when I saw someone who is singing something that I can't do, I always go for it. Oh, I can't do that, so I need to try it. It's always like this.
yes, yes.
uh,
And I think that's something that marks out good singers, not only metal singers, but I mean it must be the same for the opera singers or the jazz singers or everyone. You go to a show and you hear someone do like this improvisation, I need to learn that. And I guess the people who get that feeling, like I want to learn that and then go home and practice, those are the ones who keep the bar high.
Hi. Yep. Yeah, baby. I think this is really great, man, because I think everyone should do that. If you, of course, if you love what you do, because everyone has something that you don't know. Everyone has something that you don't know. You
Yeah.
have you have something to learn with anyone.
Yeah.
Even if it's some singer that doesn't sing a genre that you like,
Yeah.
he knows something that you don't know.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of this music.
Yeah.
Music. This is the beauty. I love music, man. I think it's a magical thing. Music is a magical thing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes, and singing is the highest form of musical magic.
Totally. It's the communicating, right? It's the communicating with the people.
Yeah. And I surely hope that I will keep that curiosity, just like you said, like, okay, I want to learn that, or I want to do this, I want to sound like that, I really hope that I will be able to keep that feeling, because I guess when you lose that feeling, that's when you know
Yes.
start to lower the bar.
So, or maybe your passion is not so strong as it was before. You know, who
Yeah,
knows?
that's
Because if you want to do something in your life, you know, even if it was not in music, you have to be a passion. You
yeah.
have to feel love for what you are doing. I think this is the core thing, you know.
Yes, and then it really doesn't matter. I mean, in the best of worlds, it doesn't matter if someone listens. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love when someone listens and when someone says, "Good job,"
of
"Oh,
course.
I love that new album," or "Great song," you know. But uh, like you said, the core of it is for yourself.
Yes, totally, totally. I think this, at least for me, this is the music all about, you know. It's something that I love to do since I was a child. I
Yeah.
never did anything other than music in my life, in all my life. You know, this is something that I do uh, since I was 7.
Yeah. That's
So
really, really cool.
I can see myself doing something else. You know,
Uh,
it has to be music.
yeah.
Yeah, but if it was metal, you know,
Yeah.
rock stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that you will be able to continue to do that. And I guess you're already working on new stuff with both Signum Regis and Capella.
Yes, 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 yes. We are working hard with the two bands. We have a EP which is gonna be released, as I said, in February or March. I don't know for sure. And we also with Capella, right? And you also have a full album this year with Capella, and with Signal Regs, we will have a full album this year as well, which probably this is gonna be the most, how can I say, the most ambitious work Signal Regs career. You know,
You mean
their career.
more ambitious than this?
Much more, much more, much more. Not only about the music,
No.
because I think it's I honestly I think this is gonna be the best Signal Regs album.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it, but also in the production regards, you know,
Yeah.
everything we are planning, it's to be something bigger than we had before, you know, that the bands had before me, you know. So I'm very confident that this album will push the band forward. I
I'm
hope
really looking forward to that. I,
you're gonna work with us, of course.
well, yeah, then you have to give me a call.
Oh, you are my partner, man.
Yeah.
I can't record a song without you. You
Ah,
know.
now you're lying.
Anymore.
I mean, you
Well, we
can.
record almost everything I recorded since 2018. It was with you.
Yeah,
Everything I
and
recorded.
I we're rounding up a little bit now because we've been talking for a long time. But you, in a way, when I always try to push myself when I work with a band, and especially when it comes to the backing vocals. So I've also learned tons of stuff, you know, from dubbing your stuff and trying to find what to do. So I'm also very grateful for this because I've had so much fun working on all of these songs. So you know, obrigado.
Oh, I thank you, man, because I learned a lot with your tracks. That's something that you didn't know, I think. I always learning with your back vocals and how you work on the songs, you know. I always try to imitate you sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, but that's good because sometimes if it's just with the one voice, it can get a bit bland.
Yes, and our voices, I don't know if you think like this, but I think our voices fit very well with each other.
Yes,
You know?
yes, they do. I've also thought about that, but also, you know, I try when I do backing vocals to find. I mean, if it's like a picture, if the music is like a picture and your voice is here and there, I try to find the other
gaps.
places. Yeah, the gaps. Yeah. Yeah. And not only with words and melodies, but sound wise. I mean, it has to blend and sound good together. But I mean, if you're doing very harsh stuff, I might do softer, and you know, yeah, it's hard to explain, but trying to fill the gaps, both musically and sound wise. I think that's and I also think that's because I've been singing a lot in choirs, and you know, when you learn to blend and to find your spots, so I guess that's a strength.
And that works perfect, because I must say that on the Sea of a New World album, I think at least 50% of the success of all reviews I had regarding my voice, it's upon you. I think it's, you know, I'm telling for sure. That's true. That's true. I think y'all, you know, makes my work easier.
Yeah, but it's also a good thing, because you can choose to focus on different things.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I always think that backing vocals and choirs and stuff like that, it always should be a different person. I think it's the best option, always. Not always, but most of the time is the best choice, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, we can take the Queen example again. You know, they had 3 amazing singers doing all of the choir stuff. So and you know, filling the gaps or having different layers of the cake or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, different colors. Yeah,
different colors. Yeah.
I think this is the best way to improve and to, you know, to for your music. You know, it's the best way for your music.
Yeah.
To colorize your music.
Yeah, see it like a painting, and you're making stuff, and you're trying to make this part shine a bit more and hide this in the background, or you know, whatever.
Totally, it's perfect. It's like a picture. Totally. Yeah. Totally. So, like I said, it's not all the times, but most of the times, I think it's the best choice.
Yeah, I think so too. And I also think that now might be the time to cool down and try to round this up. So once again, I would like to thank you very, very much for doing this. And I also like to thank everyone who has been watching with us now. And I will upload this on different platforms during the day tomorrow, I guess. So you will be able to find it on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that too. And I guess you and me will continue to have contact in different projects and different stuff. And
that's for sure.
I will put in the, I will see if I can put a link and stuff to the video we did that was released for the Signum Regis Flag of Hope.
Flag of Hope. We have already three videos together. Yeah. We have an Angra video. We have Given Up for Lost together, and now
the Flag of Hope.
We have this one, Flag of Hope.
And this one, and the Flag of Hope is also with Göran and Sam, and you know, we
a lot of great singers. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It was nice. Yes. It was nice. It was nice.
So once again, obrigado.
I thank you, man. Thank you for having me here. It was an honor to be here talking with you. You know, among all those great singers you invited.
Yeah, and I guess there will be more, but I can't really I can't really tell yet because I haven't really decided. But there will be more, and there will be other fun stuff coming too. So yeah, we will stay in touch, and I hope we will get to do more music together this year.
Yes, all the time, all the time. It was a pleasure always.
Very soon, I will play in Portugal, or you will play in Sweden, and we will get to have a beer together and talk shit.
Yes, that will be great. You need to hit the stage together as well. That would be really, really, really great.
Yes, I would really like that.
I hope you can do this soon.
Yeah, I really hope so. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Good night, and talk to you soon. And thanks to everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. All right.